Well, good morning, or good evening, afternoon, depending on when you're watching. It is so good to see each and every one of you here in the live chat, or if you're watching in the replay, please say hi in the comments so we know you're watching. It's always fun to see who and where you guys are as well. I have brought along a long-time viewer, long-time supporter of the channel, none other than Kris from Kris the Distance. I know a lot of you already know her, but if you don't, you need to go check her channel out. The link is in the description, and as long as Nightbot's behaving itself, it should pop up in the chat in just a few moments for us. But I'm going to let Kris introduce herself, just tell us who she is, what she does, and all that good stuff. So it's all over to you, Kris.
Okay. Hi. Like Sean said, thank you Sean for having me. And I'm Kris O'Neill from Kris the Distance. I've been YouTubing, 5 years this month. Last month. I hit my 5-year anniversary. I do tutorials. I have a series called Lessons from an Old Quilt. I do some habit updates. I do quilting habit updates every month so you can see how I'm doing with my habits and hopefully inspire you with yours. And then I also just do a lot of education and stuff like that. I have a website. I just started designing patterns maybe a year ago. I'm participating in other stuff all over the place. So I'm out there and having a good time doing it.
Oh, excellent. Well, so good to have you here with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah, Nightbot's apparently asleep this morning. Oh, no, there it is. Now it's woken up. Just when I said it was bad, it's decided to wake up. So thank you very much, Nightbot, for coming to work. Even though if you're a few minutes late, we're glad to have you here. Yeah, it's really good to see you here, Kris. You're always one of my favorites to have on.
Thank you.
We don't get together nearly as often as we'd like, but we are both super busy, and there's so many wonderful guests I want to have on. So I kind of try to rotate everybody around.
Absolutely. I totally understand that.
I really kind of need 2 lives a week, but I don't know that I have it in me to do 2, so we just make it work. All right, let's see who's here with us this morning, and then we'll talk about what we're working on and what's going on in our worlds and all that good stuff, and then we'll see where the conversation leads. Over here, we just never know where it goes. Sometimes it's cruises, food, travel, sometimes sewing, that sort of thing there. You just never know. Annette was here first thing this morning with us, along with Miss Polly. Michelle popped in as well. Our friend Fallon is here. It's good to see Miss Fallon. It's been a couple of weeks since we've seen Fallon. I know she's been super busy along with her family and the soccer and everything else. I know one of her daughters plays soccer and is really good at it. So good to see her back here as well. Miss Dawn is here with us. Lindsay, Stephen is here. If you have a channel, please put it in the chat. It should be an exclamation point in your first name for most of you. Wainwright is here with us. She says, good morning. A little cool here in Chemung County, New York State. Let's see. Lindsay Andrus says that they're talking about one of Fallon's more recent videos. All her stuff's fantastic. I just don't get enough time to go over and watch all of them, unfortunately, but I will one of these times when I get enough time, I promise. Jacqueline and Stitches, good morning. Good morning, Miss Joyty. Terrell Taylor. Kathy is here from Iowa. We had her on last week. That was a lot of fun. Laura Lee is here. Lori Lee. I'll get it right there in a minute. Becky is here with us as well. Janet Johnson. Jan, it's good to see you here as well. Good evening to you. She's all the way out there in Western Australia. Kathy says, good morning from chilly Boston. Love to see Kris with you. It's 2 for 1. Oh, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Jacqueline and Stitches. And I think I caught everybody. If I missed someone, I apologize. It's hard to see. Oh, Love to Craft is here from Michigan. She says, so glad you have Kris on this morning. Love it. Yeah, you are very, very popular, Kris. I don't know if you realize that, but you are. So
that's nice. That's so sweet. I can't see chat though. So, right. There's no way I can see. Can I?
You can pull up the actual link for the YouTube that everybody else is watching. But if you do, just make sure you put it on mute. Otherwise, we'll have like a 20-second echo.
Okay, so let me do that too, so I can see. Okay. I couldn't see. I can.
Yeah, it's fun to read the chat. I can do it by myself, but it's always nice having someone here to help me out.
Okay.
So, there you go. See, Sheila's here with us. She says, good morning, Sean and everyone. I'll be listening while getting ready to go to my local market day. Well, that sounds fun. Candace is here with us. Oh, yeah, we should talk about that, Lindsay. She says, I can't wait to see Kris's Advent series this year. So, yeah, we should talk about that and what you have planned for Advent, because you always have the neatest things for For Christmas, yeah, it's always a lot of fun. Kathy, your command should be exclamation point yoga. I just threw it in there for you. There we go. Yeah. So I tried to make them short so that way you didn't have to sit there and type, 75 characters. We have to do that enough when we do our passwords for every website. So try to make it easy on you.
I'm having tech difficulties, so I don't know if I can get on it or not.
That's fine. If not, I can do it, and we can make it work. All right. So while she's doing that, I'll tell you guys what I'm planning on working on today. I've been working on the Queen of Hearts block here by Art East for a while. And today I thought it'd be interesting I've done the top half of her right now. I just have to do the arms and her dress, which we'll tackle later because it's got like half square rectangles and that, and I don't really feel like messing with that this morning. But also there is this bonus block which has the cards, like the spades, the clubs or knaves if you're over there in Europe, diamonds and hearts. So we're going to try and put together that. We'll see how that goes. Okay, Royalty is here with us as well. I can, your name is, I cannot remember now. I'm terrible. I'm so sorry. Teresa, please tell me if it's Teresa. Just good morning, everyone. Have a great day listening on my way to work. So I think it's Teresa. I hope I'm right. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Okay, so that's what I'm working on. So I'm going to start piecing those little tiny pieces together. We've got these tiny little pieces. It's going to form half of the heart. So we'll see how this goes. I'm really interested to see how these cards go together.
What are you making?
It is, I'm working on this block here.
Oh,
more
how
specifically,
cute.
Yeah, more specifically the cards down here in this corner. So we got to put the playing cards together.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
so
lots of tiny piecing.
All right, I got my iPad set up, so I can kind of glance, but I feel like I'm looking over here. So okay. I'm going to look ahead. If I miss anything, I don't know. Fallon, text me, okay? Somebody text me.
And that's always a good point to throw up too. Like if you ever have a question for us and we don't answer you, please tag us. Like, put at the guy who, well, if you have a question for me, at the guy who sews, or if you have one for Kris today, at Sew the Distance. Or just tag me in either one and I can look it up. Because, sometimes when the chat's, flowing and we're trying to sew and everything else, we miss stuff. It's not that we're trying to ignore you. It's just that we miss it. So, please do not feel, don't ask every 5 seconds. Give us half a moment. Check. But, definitely, tag us again because that way it comes up in bright orange. And it's a little easier for us to see there as well. So I did get Teresa's name right. Thank you so much. It was there, and I just couldn't get to it. But it's good that I got the names right. I try because I like to call people by their right names. I don't want to call Julie, Anna or something like that. Because who knows? Maybe Anna was someone she didn't get along with.
That's true. That's true. That's a good point. So I just gave Fallon a job, so hopefully she'll text me if she's probably busy working.
Yeah. No, she's super busy too. We need to have her back on at some point, but I know she's super busy. We'll organize that at some point. Okay. Annette says she loves Art East, and if you ever want to try Art East, a couple of people were in my Discord group yesterday asking for the whale pattern and where they could purchase that, and that actually is a free pattern that Art East offers. That's on their website that you can go check, test out, and that sort of thing there to see if this sort of thing is something for you. So I should go get the link for that. You know what? Maybe I'll do that real quick since I'm thinking about it. And then I was going to go get that link for somebody yesterday, and then I got pulled into a training session at work, and then my mate Russ from the middle of the ocean, no less, went ahead and pulled it up for me and posted it. So thank you, Russ, if you're listening.
That's great.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Now I'm going to go to.
So how things been going okay with you, Sean? I haven't talked to you for so long.
I know. This is like sometimes this is the it's really the only chance I get to talk to some of my quilty friends. So yeah, no, things have been good. We've as we were talking about a little earlier, we had 2 new exchange students have been here for, oh goodness, almost 2 months now, actually. They got here in mid-August. So yeah, we've had them for 2 months and they are getting along really well. And I think I just goofed this up. Oh no. Whoops. Well, that'll be fun. How do I fix that?
I'm going to pull my iPad off the case and see if that
Yeah.
helps me. So I'm not looking over. I feel bad that I keep looking over. Hopefully
You're
that'll help.
fine.
I can look down now instead of looking over. So
Yeah.
but the chat doesn't seem to be moving. Hi
Yes,
to
yeah,
everybody.
it's always, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I
okay,
have
well,
my
this-
top chat.
no, you're fine. Yeah, I sewed
chat,
the
there we
second one
go.
of these wrong, and there's no good way to fix that. Well, that's entertaining. So
Hi everyone that's saying hi.
yes. Melanie Taylor says hi as well. Fallon says she was up way too late. My daughter thought it'd be fun to go to a 9 o'clock showing for a movie, so I was waiting up to make sure she got home. I don't know what I'll do when she moves out in January. Yeah, it's the empty nest is weird. We go through that every year, every June when the kids go back home to Europe. Yeah, it'll be so quiet and sometimes peaceful, but quiet is probably the best way for me to explain it. It's yeah, kind of unnerving sometimes too. Like you're so used to the kids coming up and down the stairs or coming to ask questions or just hanging out with you, and then 1 second they're just gone. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting for you when you get that empty nest syndrome. So
Yes. No, it's definitely, I mean, I've done it twice.
I was
And
going to say you've had experience in that too. So
yeah, it is. It's weird. It's tough, and then it's nice, and then it's tough, and then it's nice. It comes and goes and flows. And then when I know her daughter is going to college, and it's weird when they come home then because you've already had a few months of adjusting, and then all of a sudden there's a big pile of stuff in your living room, and they're back, and you're like you go back into that worrying. Well, you're not always worrying about them, but you're worried about what time they're coming in and what time they're going out, and meals and making sure they're fed and all that stuff. It's like you get back into it really quick too, so it's interesting.
Oh, sure. But the one thing it is kind of nice when you have the empty nest syndrome is you're not having to load the dishwasher as often. It seems like when the kids are here, the sink goes from magically empty to full of cups and plates and knives and forks and goodness knows what else in about about 12 seconds. So, if you are someone that likes doing dishes a lot, guilty as charged, that is one little bonus to having an empty nest. So there you go.
Yeah. There's it's definitely an adjustment, things that you don't, setting the table. For me, it was pulling down three plates instead of 4, and it all of a sudden is jolting, and it's like,
I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, pulling out the 2 plates and then having to adjust the meals, like you're not having to cook as much because you're making meals for 2 rather than 4. Although we usually, like a lot of times we'll make the meals for 4 anyway, and then Amanda and I will take the leftovers for lunch the next day. So okay, yes, okay. Well, Tasha's answered that question that Fallon had. She wanted to know what the little crowns are. It's a new thing that, well, it's been out for a month or 2 now. I think that YouTube puts out. The more that you chat, the you get these points, and like the most chatty one gets number 1, and so forth there as well. So there we go. Brian says hi, Sean. Hi, Kris. Hi, everyone. Just wanted to say hi. Going back to the couch with my coffee to watch. Well, thank you for hanging out with and letting us know that you're here. It's always fun to see, because I know, if you're watching on the TV and that sort of thing there, you don't always, it's hard to chat there, but it's really, we still see your views and that sort of thing there as well. So that's really nice. Good morning, Miss Cora. Thank you for hanging out with coming in. Spirit Quilter says hi. Good morning from Northern Illinois. Thank you so much. And then Fallon says, well, thanks for scaring me that more. It's not scary. It's just it's an adjustment. It's kind of like the same way when they all go out. They all disappear with their friends for the night, or like a sleepover or something like that. But instead of being a one night sleepover, it's 2 or 3 months. So yeah. Don't be scared. It's okay. Okay, so I've goofed up the hearts. We're going to put that to the side and I'll mess it up later because I don't think I can get to where the fabric is to cut out more of that. So we'll now just move on to the diamonds and we won't mess those ones up. Whoops. Oh, well. This is the risk you run when you try and do a complicated pattern on a live.
There's, Fallon, there's really good things too about it. You get to see them grow and you get to see them go off on their own. You see all the things that you've instilled come to fruition. It's a good thing too. There's some really wonderful things about it.
It definitely
Your relationship
is.
changes for the good, and so don't be scared. It's not scary. It's supposed to happen. We're supposed to work ourselves out of a job as a mom.
Yes. I mean, that job will never go away. Like, we're still.
Oh, yeah.
You'll still be a parent in some way, even when they're 45, like there's things that you'll need to go to your mom and dad for, even in your adulthood.
Yes.
So, we're not trying to scare you. We're just saying it's different.
Tasha says that Fallon can borrow her little ones. I think she's good, probably. Right?
I don't think Fallon Tasha, I would not hold your breath waiting for Fallon to accept that invitation. Although it's very, very kind of you to offer.
That's generous.
Yeah, no, I'm much happier with mine where I get them in at 16 or 17. They already know how to clothe themselves and feed themselves and get themselves to school. All I have to do is feed them and tell them to get out of bed once in a while when they're asleep. So that's the way to do it.
Jacqueline and Stitches says, my children are grown with their own children now, and I love hanging with them and going home to my quiet place. I can relate to that. That's definitely, as much as I love when my kids come home, I definitely, when the quiet's back is kind of nice because you do really get used to quiet. And with Fallon, you have another one at home, right? She has her son too, who isn't.
I was going to say, I thought you had more than one child, so yeah, it's just going to be a little quieter. So you don't have to worry about the empty nest syndrome for a little while yet.
Yeah, so that'll be Then when he moves out is really tough too. That's when they're both gone. It's really tough, but we'll talk. I got you.
Hey, you can always host international exchange students when they leave too, if you that's always an option. So
yes, exactly. So
there we go. Lindsay says she has a 7-year-old going on teenager. A lot of them seem to do that. So
and Mama J says, how do y'all?
Howdy y'all. Good morning, Miss Andrea. It's good to see you. Ingrid's here with us as well. Good morning, Miss Alex. Everyone's popping in this morning, so that's good. Fallon saying here she doesn't even know if I remember how to take care of kids that young. I'll be wondering if why they are hungry, not making their own food. Yeah, so that's yeah. So Tasha, I don't think your offer's been taken up on. I don't really blame us. So yeah, good luck on that. So
hi everybody. I'm trying to watch the chat too. This is hard. This is I've never done a live. Like I've been on lives, but I've never done one myself. I don't know how y'all do it.
Practice,
I guess. I don't want to look away from the camera. I don't want to miss a comment. I'm like robot woman here trying to figure this out.
Yeah, no, all kidding aside, it's practice. It's kind of like, because when you first do your lives, you have 10, 15, 5, 10, 15 people, which is nice because that way you kind of ease into it. I know there was one, whenever I have Becca on, for instance, I really have to watch what I'm doing because, she brings in an extra 30 or 40, 50 people with her. And the chat will just absolutely fly. And I struggle even more when she's on, for instance. So, it's definitely practice. It's what you're used to. And it's kind of nice to build up slowly. So that way you kind of get used to being able to do more than one thing at once, because I'm only supposed to be able to do one thing at once as a dude. So I think I'm doing all right, even though I goofed up my heart piece over there.
Well, my chat keeps going to top chat too, which is kind of a pain.
Yeah, that's where mine's on. I don't know what the real difference is between top chat and old chat. I don't know.
I thought that well, I think Top Chat's just like the most people that the people that chat the most or whatever, right? I don't know. Anyway, forgive me if I missed anybody. Hello to everybody. I'm trying.
Yeah, it says top chat. Some messages such as potential spam may not be visible. So yeah, we don't touch wood. We don't get hardly any spam in here at all, which is good. I mean, I guess all the spammers are, either having afternoon tea over there, wherever they are, or it's too early for the ones here in the US. So yeah, we don't get a lot of problems with that. Thankfully, I know there's other channels that have had a lot of problems with trolls, and thankfully we have not had that issue here. And if we do, we just go ignore them, pretend they don't exist, and they will go away. So, there you go. But I think the top chat, I catch just about everybody anyway. I think the only thing you're missing is some spam and stuff. Which, if we miss that, that's fine and dandy too. So.
That's true. Yeah, the spammers, they make it hard for everybody. I think as YouTubers, that's like one of those things that everybody who watches our channels don't realize is how much, at least for me, spam control I do in a day of comments and making sure I'm deleting all the junk that comes in, and that people aren't being scammed by any of these links and stuff like that. Because you do spend a lot of time doing that.
I've been very fortunate with that. I really haven't had a lot. I used to have some people come in, well, I don't know who it was, trying to provide links to, young ladies and stuff. And I'm like, okay, obviously you are not looking at where you're trying to post this stuff, because my audience is primarily ladies. So I don't think they're going to be wanting to look at your 18-year-old ladies or wherever, you're trying to sell. Please go somewhere else. But thankfully, they've wandered off into the distance elsewhere. So yeah, thankfully, I've had a pretty good run. So if it happens, we'll just remove it and we'll go about our day. But something I did see with trolls, it's best not to engage or even pretend that even acknowledge their
I just
thing, because apparently someone told me that, and I don't know how true it is, but I would not dispute it for 1 minute. There's actually channels out there that will actually try and get people's reactions and then post that so they can all laugh at it and do all that sort of stuff there as well. So yeah, if you are a channel and you get trolls, just remove them, delete them, and just don't even acknowledge their existence is what I would suggest. Because
they do a good job. YouTube gives us a lot of tools too that we can block certain words. Of course, that has a double-edged sword too, because sometimes there's legitimate comments that have accidentally get those words in it. So you have to go in sometimes to your hold, you have a section called hold, where there's hold comments that are held, can't talk, held, and all of that. So it's just managing all that can be tricky. And if you ever see any spams, don't click on any links. I'm never going to, ask you for money unless it's for like a pattern or something like that. You know what I mean? And you go to my website and actually purchase it. You're not going to get anything like that from me or any of us. Just unsolicited saying we're having, hardship or anything like that. We wouldn't be. I can't imagine anybody doing it unless, there's a legitimate reason for it. So.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But
it's scary that you have to kind of
you police
be mindful of that. But like Fallon's saying here, it goes in phases. She gets spammed a lot and they die out for a while and they get a break. I think they just kind of they go around and see who can react, where they're getting like any sort of reaction from, or worse, who's clicking on their links. And if they don't find that it's worth their time, they move on to easier prey. So.
And most of us in the quilting YouTube space know each other, and most of us have each other's cell phone numbers, so we'll text each other if something weird is happening in our comments and say, hey, check your comments. This might be happening to you too, because it does seem like they target, it goes in waves and target different.
It does. So. Yeah. Miss Nancy's here. Good morning. It's good to see you. Yeah, because I think there was one time with Fallon was doing a giveaway and someone was spamming on there saying that everybody had won. And trying to get them to click this link, and I'm in there trying to delete stuff for her. And I guess I was a moderator. I somehow was able to delete the comments or report them or do something else like that. So
Yes, there's so many rules around giveaways too, so we have to follow the state laws, and then also on top of it, spammers will look for that giveaway because that's a good way for them to say, "Oh, I can email this person and tell them they won," and then get some say, "Oh, well, you got to pay for this," and it's like that. Yeah. So, I mean, the best thing is if you're ever questioning anything like that, all of us have emails. You can
Yep.
email us, and you email
Yep.
us and say, "Hey, I got this message. Is this legitimate?" And we will
Yeah.
be able to get back to you. So
Yeah, definitely. I was about
just
to say
double
the
check.
same thing. So yeah, definitely do. Fallon says here that I used to have words blocked and she get put on timeout. Yeah, and that's happened to a few people, because like when I started, I went and found a blacklist word list, and I was like, okay, look, I'd rather be too cautious, because if someone puts, I forget some of the words, stuff that you use in, normal conversation, but it can also have a derogatory meaning in a different context, and it'll come up in the chat, and then I go in and I remove it, like, yeah, so that happens, and we work around it and that sort of thing there as well, but that's okay. Someone was asking me here earlier if I'm doing anything holiday related here on YouTube. The answer to that is yes. I am working on a project. I can't say a lot about it right this second, but soon you'll find out about my holiday projects that I'm working on. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Let's see. Andrea says here her oldest grandkids are in their 30s and the youngest lives so far away I never get to see them. So it's been a hot minute since I've been around youngins. Yeah. My niece and nephews, one niece and one nephew live in South Carolina, so it's like an 8-hour drive. And then my other niece and nephew live on the other side of the world. So yeah, I don't get to see mine very often either, unfortunately. But we'll work that out at some point. Okay. Did I miss anything here?
I'm looking
Probably.
too.
Yeah, Nancy says, hi, Miss Kris. I'm so happy to see you. I know she's one of your big fans, so it's good to see
Oh,
that she was able to join us.
thank you. It's nice to see
Uh,
you. I don't see that one.
let's,
Why am I not seeing some of the comments? Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it because I'm gonna pay attention here.
there you go. Yeah, so there we go. John here's from Guys Craft too. He says, don't let Sean fool you. He makes it look easy, but it's a lot of work. Talk about the
Oh yeah.
live. Yeah, it's definitely practice. I've been doing lives now weekly for, I don't know what, 3 years, 4 years. I don't know. I can't
Wow.
remember how many years. A while, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it definitely takes practice. I mean, now I'm sure there's some people that can do it, pick it up super quick and do it, make it look easy like they're a natural, and that's fantastic. A lot of the things that makes it easier on me actually is my guest, because I have someone to talk to. I have someone else to read the chat. I can ask them a question while I go do some research or something like that, so I can kind of multitask. So yeah, having the guest for me, I have a huge admiration for anyone that can do a live solo, like when Becca does it solo by herself each week, Donnell, John, everybody else that does it solo. My hats off to each and every one of you, because I don't know how you all do it solo. Could I do it solo? Yes. Would it be the same show? No. I think it'd be a lot worse, to be honest. So, yeah, definitely having a guest helps me out a lot. Jacqueline Stitcher says you always do a great job of calling everyone out and supporting other channels. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate those kind comments. I do my best. I've got no training in this. It's not like I went to YouTube, how to do a channel school or public speaking. I've done none of that stuff. I'm a hot mess, and you're still along for the ride. So,
Yeah. Yeah, no, nobody goes to, well, I guess you could go to a YouTube school, but it's all learning on the job training with this.
yeah. Hang
Yeah.
on now. What's Nightbot doing supporting Annette now?
Yeah, I give up. I give up. I give up. Anyway, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go figure out later on what Nightbot's. It might be. She was saying, "Come on, peeps, show your love. Let's hit that thumbs up." It might be getting upset with "Let's hit that," because that can also have a how do I say it without getting delisted? A negative connotation as well, if you talk about it in a different way. So there you go.
I missed it. I was trying to read comments. What was it or do you want to just move past it?
No, she was just saying, come on, peeps, show your love. Let's hit that thumbs up. Now, when you say let's hit that, that could be,
Oh, geez, I didn't even think about.
Yeah, construed in a different way. I know she's, using it in a kind and wonderful way. But I guess Nightbot picked up on that and was like, yeah, no, that's not right. But we'll go fix that there as well.
So you're okay. So you have like a streaming thing.
I can see the deleted message that Nightbot took.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Anyway.
I'll have to go into that and play those settings. I didn't realize that was one that they had blocked, but we'll work that out there as well. Oh, that's an idea. Andrea says that now that she's a hearing person again, she's got new hearing aids. She's going to be doing lives, but I'm going to do premieres first so I can get used to chatting. I'm going to ease into it. That is a fantastic idea. I never thought about that, but that is great. Yeah, if you're kind of nervous about doing lives and keeping up with the chat, yeah, do a premiere or two first, because that way you get the live chat, but you're not having to. You can sit there in the chat and just hang out with people there as well.
Yeah, totally different experience. That's a good idea. Now, those I've done premieres, but
yeah. No, I think I never even thought about that. That's really neat. Alex says her leather quilt is in timeout until later today. Yeah, sometimes you just need to put your project in the timeout. I do that all the time. If I goof up on the same thing twice, it goes in the timeout. I even have that rule on a live. If I goof up the same thing 2 or 3 times on a live, that project goes in the timeout. I always have a backup project on hand, so that way if it does go on the timeout, I do have something else to sew.
Well, I had a project going, and then I had to get on, like, now I'm doing the chat. I can't do the 3 things. So I can't even do the one well. So I'm going to just sit here and talk.
Nothing wrong with that. So
yeah,
I like to get something done here and there. So
I don't blame you. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's just Nightbot is prejudiced to one-handed typers. Yeah, because she's still only got use of one arm.
Oh no.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, she's a school teacher or something to do with schools, and she got run into at a football game by one of the players and did something really bad to her. It was an accident.
Yeah.
And so yeah, she's sewing one-handed. She is typing one-handed. She's done some fantastic projects one-handed. Like my hat's off to her. She's doing a fantastic job. Working around, the injury and that sort of thing there as well. So yeah, that's why she's joking about that. So Alex says she enjoys lives more than videos. Yeah, that would be a good question to ask everybody here in the live, since you are here hanging out with us right now. Do you prefer long, like regular videos? Do you prefer shorts, or do you prefer lives? You know what? Let's make that a poll. We love a good poll here. So as soon as I find, there it is down the bottom. I like to move stuff around. Start a poll.
Oh my goodness. So Magic, you said that you're tackled by a huge football player. I was a high school teacher too, so they're big kids. I can't imagine.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes.
Yeah. Tracy Milton says, good morning, Sean and Kris. Hello, good morning.
Well, it's good to see you as well. Yeah.
Lives are fun and uncut. That's true. We can't.
Oh yeah, there's no. I mean, you can go in and edit them later if you have to, but
yeah. Well, same thing with regular videos. You can, like, YouTube will let you go in to edit, but it's such a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always try my long form videos. In long form videos is just anything that's not a short or a live, basically. Like a premiere, technically, I think I would call that a long form video, because even though you have the live chat aspect of it,
right.
If you go back and watch it later, it just plays like a regular video. So
yeah, so that's, I guess, yeah, we're using a little bit of behind the scenes YouTube lingo when,
yes,
when we upload it, it's where we categorize it. It's, so.
Yeah, and how we get paid on it's different too, because the short might get 10 times the views, but you get paid pennies.
Pennies, right?
Yeah. Although, you know, shorts have their place. I mean, I've been doing a lot more shorts recently, and I'm actually getting more viewers and more subscribers from it. So I see the value in it. But if I'm doing shorts just for the money, I don't, you know, this is either way, I'm not making a whole lot anyway. But if I was relying on that, I mean, I might make $1 a month or something like that. It's, yeah, you get like 8 cents or something per 1,000 views. It's not a whole lot. But again, the idea of a short is that it's more like a trailer or something like that to get people interested or curious about your channel. And then the idea is that it hopefully gets someone to say, oh, hey, this guy or girl looks pretty interesting. Let's go see what else they have going on. So,
it all goes by where you live for shorts when you're a creator. So if you live near a big city, because you go into a pool of a bucket of people. So say you live in New York City and you're putting out shorts, you are collective. So for all those views and all that revenue, you get a piece of that depending on the percentage. But if you live in rural America, like me, where nobody's doing shorts, I get like 12 cents a year on my shorts because I'm not in that pool. So the money structure is very different for shorts than it is for long form or for lives. The whatever financial setup through YouTube is different. So if you live in a city or near a city, hey, get on those and you're a creator, get on those shorts because you'll make a lot more money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still not making a ton. You know,
they sold it to us as so another revenue stream, but I don't know. I could probably look to see how much I made last month on shorts, and it's usually in the pennies. And I don't know.
Yeah, like I do it more to try and get my videos out to a new audience that they don't have before, because my regular videos and lives don't get pushed out to new people like a short does. So I see value of both, but I'm definitely not making shorts to make money on it, because it's just it's not worth it, but it does have its value. So there we go. All right, let's see what's going on here. We've got some answers.
Tasha just texted me that Nancy is asking a question.
Yes, I was about to talk about that. She's like, do you have any new videos coming up soon? I watch and comment on them all.
Oh, thank you. Yes, so I took about 5 weeks off, and I do have a new video coming out tomorrow. So I recorded it this week. I intended to take about a week or 2 off, and it turned into more, and I explain that in the video. It's one of my habit updates, so I do get into a little bit of what's been going on. Nothing bad, just I had a little bit of burnout, and I just needed a break. I needed a breather. So moving forward, I think I'm going to build those breaks into my schedule. And, you know, I'm a one-woman show. So there's been a lot of great opportunities out there on other things and other commitments that I've been working on. And unfortunately, YouTube took a back seat, but I'm back. I'm back until at least January, and then I might take a little break in January for a few weeks. But I'm here every week. Hopefully, every week something will be coming out. And then in December, I will be doing the Missouri Star Quilt Company. I'm looking over here because my box arrived yesterday, and unsponsored. I paid for it. That came out of my pocketbook. So I'll be doing that. They did offer to send me one last year for this year, and I refused because I wanted to be able to be, say what I wanted to say. I didn't want to have to follow whatever they wanted me to talk about for each day. So it's totally my opinion, as always, my reactions, the whole thing, same thing as the last couple years. So I will be doing
definitely it. Yeah, and it's nice having, it's nice getting stuff, sent to you for free, because those boxes get expensive.
Like they do, and I worked with Missouri Star Quilt Company. They ended their affiliate program, unfortunately, or changed it. I'm not exactly sure, but it didn't work with my format or my schedule the way I wanted to do things. So so I'm not working with them anymore. No hard feelings or anything like that. I wanted, every year I've paid for it myself, and I wanted to continue doing that. So, but it did arrive yesterday. So everybody else should be getting theirs too, if you haven't already. I know they send them out in waves. Last year, I think it was third week in November, I was panicking. In fact, I had a friend on standby who had the box, and I'm like, please can I buy the box from you if mine doesn't show up? And thankfully it did. So mine came late last year. This year it came early. Now I got to take it and put it up on a really high shelf so I don't poke around in it. That's
I know that's the hard part about getting stuff early is, yeah, you got to put it away. It was like I did a collab with Tasha and Andy and a couple of others, and we all mailed stuff to each other. It was like a Secret Santa thing in the middle of July, and I left it in my car in the trunk until it was reveal day, so that way I wouldn't be tempted to open it up. I was like, you know what, if I leave it where I can't get to it, that would be a good thing. So
that's what I do. Well, and knowing that I'm doing the videos helps, because if I weren't doing videos, I probably would be poking around in it if it were just for me. I love that stuff and I'd be tempted, but because I do videos, it is going to be going up on a high shelf, and yeah. So
yeah,
but I'm excited. It is here. It's right there. Just came. So.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, I like watching the unboxing videos of Missouri Star Quilt. It's not for me. I don't think that's something that I would want for myself, because I would prefer a more fabric centric box. So
yeah,
but I know a lot of folks do enjoy it, and I get enjoyment out of watching, just seeing, you know, like when you've done it, and I think Alan did it in the past. I know Steven saying that he did it in the past. He's doing it again this year. So it's fun getting everybody's reactions. Like I'll go watch you open it, and I'll go watch Steven open it. And then I think when Fallon did it, I watched hers as well. So yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that I won't watch over and over again, like the unboxing for the So Sampler, for instance. For me, it's kind of like once I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times.
Okay.
But for some reason, that Missouri Star, I don't mind watching 3 or 4 people open it, because it's interesting to see their reactions and what they're going to do with it. So I don't know why it's different, but it is for me. So yeah, I encourage you all to go take a look and see and I really do encourage you, if you're thinking about getting one of these boxes, go watch Kris or Steven or both for the last year or two and get an idea of what it is. If you're expecting it to be full of fabric and that sort of thing there, I can save you money right here and now. But if you're looking for something where you get a lot of little different things, it might be a good fit for you. But yeah, definitely go check it out first. See what's come out in previous years, because it seems to be similar each year, theme-wise, basically, right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, there's some few consistent things, like the coffee mugs that everybody looks forward to. You get a different one. There's a few things that you can kind of count on. But I do break everything down. I have it on my blog too. If you just want to look at my blog too, you could watch the videos. I break it all down by cost, I give it a value and an estimated value. And of course, I don't know exactly. I break it down into what's branded, what's not, I try to do what are project based, what are not. And they do have a nice balance year after year. I do a spreadsheet and really dive into that. And I think a few other people do too. I watch all the unboxings too. I love seeing everybody else's reactions, because of course we're all so different, and there's things that I would love and somebody else might. And of course the story comes to mind, that the gnome, if anybody watched me last year where I tore apart that poor gnome, and then the next day realized it was made by monks for charity, and I felt terrible about it. So
yeah, that's part of the
thing. Every year I do something that I put my foot in my mouth. So I record them the day before too, so that doesn't help, because Missouri Star will release their recording the day of, and they'll say things that I didn't know about when I recorded it the day before. But to record it the day of would be, I don't think I could do it. And of course they do it back in July. They do all their recordings. So I like to do it more around the time. So.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Trying to do it day of is like, I've tried doing Vlogmas and that sort of thing there, and, trying to record something the day of, and
it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. I usually end up getting about 12 days in and going, yep, I'm done for this year. So I don't even try anymore.
I have it down to a pretty good science now. And if I know something's coming up, because of course December's so busy anyway, but if I know something's coming up, I might do 2 of the unboxings on one day and then have a break for 2. So I try to balance it, look at my calendar and see. But I do get it down to a science, and I like to try new things with it. It's a really great opportunity to try different editing techniques and stuff like that too. So I try to hone my own skills as I do it. So there's a lot of good benefit to it, and I know people love it. And yeah, it's
Not
fun.
for sure.
It's fun. Yeah. And being an empty nester, it also helps fill that void too, and because December can be, very different when you don't have kids at home.
Yeah, not for sure. And that's where I have the advantage with, Christmas and that we always do have the kids here with us. So makes it a little easier.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
Sorry, I realized I'm one piece short on one of these. I'm not having a good day with this for some reason, but that's okay. We're all here. We're all having a good time enjoying ourselves. I hope everyone's still here, so I must be doing something right. Okay, let's go back to the comments real quick. Molly, good morning to see. I don't think I said hi to you earlier, but she says the boxes from Missouri Star are already going out. This is my first year to get the Advent box. So excited. Yeah, I'd also like to hear in the comments too, if you're doing an Advent box, if you're doing the Missouri Star, if you're doing, I know Cotton Cuts has some coming out. Someone else said Open Gates Quilts. I know they have some lovely stuff. I think Fallon gets those a lot. She's talking about the spooky box. My wife usually does something knitting related.
Yeah, I'm reading some of it. Yeah. Forgive me, guys, for not keeping up with these. If I miss things, I see the spooky
we
box.
always miss.
Spinners box. I'm not sure what that is. I might have missed it.
We'll have to go look that up as well. Yeah, as I said, my wife does a knitting one. So we'll see that. I did the 12 days of stitches last year of Cotton Cuts, and that was a lot of fun. And I finally put that quilt top together about a week ago. So yeah, I always end up being super late. So I do have some holiday projects in the works. You'll get to see those a little later on. But I don't plan on doing a particular Advent box this year, just because I don't think I'm going to keep up or even get started in time. So I'm probably not going to do anything. Alex is asking what I'm working on. I am attempting, very poorly, to work on these little card blocks down the bottom. Oh, hang on, I always point the wrong side. I know what my problem is. Over here. So like
good.
clubs, diamonds, that sort of thing there. So sorry, what were you saying there, Ms.
Oh, sorry.
Kris?
Jacqueline in Stitches said that I'm doing an awesome job assisting with comments, and then I interrupted.
Yes, you are. I totally agree with that.
I did okay until I interrupted. Yeah, so there's tons of stuff. I'm gonna have to check out more. I'm gonna have to make a list or something. I am doing the online Advent magazine, the online quilting magazine, and I was asked to participate. I'm doing day 13, so I did submit the pattern for that. So that's a really cool event. I need to start advertising that. So that's every day for the month of December. Well, 1st through the 25th, you receive a free pattern through her. And I forget the cost. I know it's changed. We've been promoting it since July, and it's the online quilting magazine Advent event. And I'll be putting that on my Facebook more too. So there's links.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I have an affiliate link for that too. But it's a lot of fun. And then next month I'm featured in the magazine too. So on the online magazine, which is a really cool magazine. I had never really heard of it when they reached out, and I'm loving the magazine. It's really nice. So you get a digital copy every month. Tons of articles and stuff like that. So I am doing that too for Christmas, the holiday season, and yeah, and the Missouri Star opening. So, and it looks like everybody else is doing a bunch of stuff too, which is awesome. I'm gonna have to go through the comments and write this down. Stephen, which one are you doing? I missed it. Somebody tell me.
He's doing the Missouri Star quilt unboxing as well. He's done that the last couple of years. So yeah, I don't think he was super pleased with it last year. He said, this might be his last one. But
I'm with him. This might be my last one too.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do this year, because I think a lot of people love it, and then there's some that don't. So that's why I highly recommend people checking out the unboxings and stuff first to see if it's a good fit for you. Because the last thing we'd want you to do is spend, what is it, 150, 180, 200? How much are the boxes these?
What is it? Good question. Let me look.
And then being disappointed in it. So
I think it's more than that. I think was it close to, it wasn't 300 this year, was it?
I don't
Let me
know.
look. See, the thing is which is, it's very smart of them. You buy it back in, well, lately they've been doing it right after Christmas. You can get the next one, and you can
Oh,
also do
okay.
payment plans and stuff like that. So they're smart about
Right.
it. Let me see. Let's see. I also have on my blog, I have a was it worth it? So you can go there if you want to see a total countdown. So let's just, okay. So for consumables, there were 13, sewing tools, there were 7, patterns, there were 11, non-quilting related items, there were 9, branded items, 19, and then Chuck the Duck items, which if you watch my unboxings, they drive me crazy, are 6. So I paid last year, oh yeah, okay, 190.75.
Yeah, the
And then
same's about $200 of shipping.
yeah, shipping's free. Well, here in the United States, shipping's free. And then I put the total value at 422.50, and I break down everything. You can see what I do.
Yeah.
So
And that's one of the things I like about
it's,
you.
would I want to buy that? Like the value is maybe there, but is it stuff I would buy? Maybe not, you know? So even
Right.
though the cost is there, is it something I go out and buy?
Yeah, and that's something that's yeah.
Something to think about. But anyway, I have it all broke down on my blog if you want to check it out. And then I have a wrap-up video and all that stuff. So if you're curious, you can't even buy it now though. I don't even think it's available anymore, is it? Somebody in the chats now?
Probably not. They've probably got them all shipped out already because they have to order all the stuff and wait for the containers to arrive and then box it all up and that. Yeah. So unless
Yeah.
like they might have a wait list or something for people that might have started to order it and then canceled it and got a refund. So that if you're interested, go check it out. But don't be disappointed if if there's none left.
Right.
So
it is.
Let's see.
It's fun though. I mean, if you don't get gifts, too, or if you're maybe widowed or a widower, or just don't have, you want something that's going to bring some brightness to your holidays for whatever reason. These mystery box or these advent boxes, and everybody's doing them. Like, I saw they have wine boxes, they have book boxes, they have all kinds now for anything.
Yeah.
So they are fun because you do get that little surprise, and it's that to me, if you love that stuff, I love I'm a grab bag sucker at anything. So if I see a mystery bag at a shop or something, I'm all for it. I love that surprise.
Sure.
So
yeah, and we usually find a little advent box for the kids each year, depending on what they like. Last year we did I think we did like a little makeup one for Eva, and then there was Ali, our other student last year from Denmark. She was really into spinning yarn, like getting the what they call roving, like the washed cheap
that's cool
wool, basically, and then she'd spin it.
That's neat.
So Amanda found this advent box that was 12 days and she got an ounce of roving in different colors and different. Sometimes it was rabbit, sometimes it was I think one time it was not yak. What's those other things? Oh, llama. I think she got llama for yarn or wool, and that sort of thing there. So that was really neat. And the boys, they both liked, like one of them was Star Wars. I think we got them Lego Star Wars and that sort of thing there. So yeah, you really are right. There's like something out there for everybody.
We did puzzles last year at the beginning, well, the end of November. I bought everybody in my family a puzzle, and it was, I think, a 500-piece puzzle. And each day you put together a section for 25 days, and it's broken up into boxes. And they were really affordable too, and it's so much fun. My family and we all got different ones, so we were sending different pictures and stuff of the progress. And then I gave them at Thanksgiving. I gave them to them. That was a lot of fun. And then you can box them right back up in the instructor. If you flip the whole thing over, it had the number of each day. So you took that little section, you could put it back in the box so you could use it a different year. And I think I paid like $12.99 for these. So very inexpensive. And we had a lot of fun with it. So, and if you like puzzles, but it's a little overwhelming to have a big puzzle, this was so much fun because you only had like, I don't know, what's 500 divided by 25. Yeah, that's how many pieces you had each day to work with. So
What is 500 divided by
I
25?
don't know. That's how many pieces you got in each box. So.
Not very many.
No. So you just had to put that little section together, and then that
20,
section
20 pieces.
20 pieces? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 pieces. Okay.
Yeah, I think I could handle that.
So that was a lot of fun in the evenings to sit with my husband. We do our little section of the puzzle.
Yeah, and that's fun. Yeah, and Amanda always does like her videos and that, like, you know, when she does, well, I think we'll do it this year because she's doing something different. Like in the past, she would get like 25 minis of yarn, which was like 20-gram minis, and she'd, you know, you put it all together and you make a sock, or actually been more than that. And we'd have to guess what color it is or what characters. I think last year was like Willy and the Wonka Factory and everything else. But I think this year she's doing one where it's just one skein and you knit. It's dyed in 12 different colors, and she'll knit that particular section each day. So it's going to be, I don't think we'll be able to do the guessing game. I'm not sure what she has planned. We'll have to come out and Annette says she makes her husband his own advent box so he doesn't feel left out. Well, that's nice. Yeah.
That's a good idea too.
Yeah. I know. Last time we talked about advent boxes here, I talked about potentially making one for people to potentially purchase. I don't know. I mean, I'm still thinking about that. I haven't made any firm decisions on that, so that might still be a thing for next year. Who knows?
There's a creator who does that too. So I don't. She reached out to me. I forget who.
Was it Monique at Open Gates? I know she does.
No, this was somebody. Oh, who was it? Gosh, I was gonna search my email to see. I don't know if I can. Anyway, there are a few people that are doing that. I can't imagine I don't know if I could even organize that. I mean, I guess you could, but you'd have to curate stuff a year at least in advance, probably, to get it made and to get the, you know, it would take a lot.
I've given it some forward. Like, I've got to still sit down and figure out the project. You know, I've got some stuff in mind project wise. I know who I'd partner with to source the fabric and everything else. Like, so I've already kind of got that all down pat. But whether I can get it done between now and Christmas to start setting up for next year, I don't think so. So that might be a 2027 thing. So yeah, for anyone wondering about that, yes, are we going to do it? Most likely. Is it going to be next year? Probably
That's
not.
something you definitely have to start. Like Missouri Star, they did a whole video on this, I think, a while ago, or maybe it was in one of their lives a while ago, where they talked about that they are 2 years in advance, or a year and a half at least in advance of curating their boxes. So I think that it would be doable. It's just, I think it's one of those things that starting so early.
Oh, for sure. And if I was to do it, I would want to do it properly, you know, because the last thing you want to do is make up a box for people to buy. And I'd want it to be affordable and stuff as well. You know, I don't want it to be, you know, $200. I'd want it to be far, far less than that. So I don't know. We'll have to come up with, and then I think I'd also like to do an option where you could also use your own stash. Like, I don't want it to be something where you have to buy the box, you know, because not everybody has the money to do it, you know. So I don't know. We'll continue working on that. But I don't know. We'll have to. I have to be realistic, you know, because this is not my only job. I do have a full-time job as well to go to, which takes up a lot of my time. And then, you know, the kids and that sort of thing, they take up a lot of my time, and you know, they're very much worth it. So there we go. Annette says whatever she doesn't like, she re-gifts. That's a good thing. Annette, not Annette. Alan says don't be too honest about the items in the box. Yeah, that's kind of dangerous. We won't go into that. Okay. Alex says she just looked. They still have some. I just wish I had the money. I'd like to get one just to try it. I'd love to try all the quilting advent box. I say so. Apparently, if you want to go get a Missouri Star quilt box, apparently they're still available. Apparently there's still some available. I was thinking, like, if they order like 10,000, if they get orders for 10,000, probably 5 or 10% of people probably counted their order,
Mhm.
and so they probably have a few left over. So apparently Alex is confirming that for us.
Okay, cool.
Tasha said she's going to try and go find those puzzles. That's awesome. I might have to go look into that too, because I think that might be
Puzzles are
something
fun.
Yeah.
They're I just got them on Amazon. If you search Advent puzzles, they came up in my feed, and I was like, and they had like 6, and they weren't. I was worried they were going to be like real thin. They're not.
Yeah.
What is it? Ravensburger puzzles. They're not heavy, thick,
Yeah.
but they're nice.
Okay. Yeah.
They're not bent. They're not. At least mine wasn't. I mean, I don't know if all the companies are like that, but they were nice puzzles. They stayed together. They locked in. You didn't have to worry about that. Yeah, Advent.
I got a 1,000-piece puzzle here, for $17.99.
Yeah, and the prices might have went up a little bit. Advent puzzle. Let me see. For adults
$1 per day. Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can find the ones that I got last year. Here, yeah. Oh wow, I think I paid $12 last year, and they're 18, but I guess everything's going up.
Well, with Paris and everything else too, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right.
But even so, like, I might have to look into this and get myself one, because that might be something fun to do each day.
I remember it being super affordable, and to the point that here's the one I got. Yeah, and it's $12.99, and
I might just need to put you in as a admin, not admin. What's it call it?
Is this the one? Oh, maybe it's not. I can put on my Facebook page.
Yeah, just put it up there, and then that way people can go take a look.
The exact one I hate to
do a search. There's a bunch there. Tasha's saying there's a bunch there. I did a quick search, and there's a bunch there. So
there are, and it's anyway, they were really wonderful. I can go downstairs and try to dig out the one I have in tow, what name the company is that we used. But yeah, it was like $12.99. It was, for me, it was like, okay, I got it for like 5 families or something, and 5 of my relatives' families, and I got them all different ones, and it was a lot of fun. And then I gave them to them at Thanksgiving, and it was just kind of a fun little gift. We don't exchange gifts like with my aunt and uncle and stuff like that. So for $13, it was a nice little thing that you could give somebody.
I might have to look into that. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. I think as long as I got a table somewhere I can actually put the puzzle together on, because right now the table you use for that is used for doing people's nails, painting nails and all that sort of stuff there, which is fine. I'm glad to see the table being used, but it might not be available for puzzles. I don't know. We'll have to see.
What was nice about it too, and we didn't realize this at first, but so when you get it, it has the boxes of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the order it goes into when you put it together. So like the number 1 box is the upper, left corner.
Okay, I get it now. All right.
I think it goes across or down. I don't know, but it goes in order, whatever it is. It's in a grid. So that was nice too, which we didn't know. We kind of thought it was going to be like, then you got to figure out how to put the puzzle together. Yeah. But it wasn't. They all snapped together. So
I did not know that was a thing. So
yeah. And we kept
a piece
of foam core as we put it together, so we could like put it up on a shelf or something, or I think we put it on in the basement or whatever, so you could keep it out. And as we put it together, it was fun.
I think it was Fallon said you can actually look up your past orders on Amazon too, which is a good idea. That's how I look up stuff when I'm like, what did I order? Where did I get that thing from? It was like, you can go into your order history and you can type in whatever it was, and it'll pop up what you've ordered in the past.
That's true.
I hadn't thought of that, so thank you for that. I wanted to say good evening to Catherine. I saw her pop in earlier. She's down there in Tasmania, Australia. Deb S says not everyone does Facebook, so you should post on your YouTube page. That's maybe put it on as that's a good point. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Good morning, Miss Heather. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Susan. I see you're up early this morning because she's out there in the West Coast somewhere, if I remember correctly. Washington State, is that right? I'm probably getting the state wrong, but wow, it's already after 9 o'clock.
Wow.
Good morning, Pat. It's good to see you. She says it's just economically possible for me to buy a Christmas box now. I bought 89 Canadian for supplies from a Washington WM. I paid an extra 64 Canadian for tariffs and brokerage fees. Yeah, there's the Canadian dollar doesn't go as far as it once did, and
All
then
right. How do I put this in? I have a link.
Okay, I'm going to have to make you an admin real quick, so bear with me a moment.
Well, is Fallon an admin? Because I can send her the link and she can put it in.
Oh, yeah, she should be, but if you wait just a moment,
okay,
I can get you community moderation.
Let's see. I did find it. It's $9.99. So go figure, something cheaper this year. Here, I got to turn down the volume on this.
Get you in. Why are you being difficult?
Me?
No.
Okay.
Did that work?
I don't know. Let me refresh.
I don't know either.
I'm just gonna write hi in here and see if I have it by my name.
Actually, if you put something in the chat, I can fix it from there as well.
I just put.
Okay, perfect. Hang on a second. And
boy, all the stuff that we're learning.
Yeah. All right, now it should work. Go ahead and try and put your link in now. It should work because I put you in as a moderator.
Okay.
If not, you can send it to Fallon and she can definitely do it because I see she is. Oh, there you go. All right, that worked.
There it is. So
all right, now
that's what I got last
business.
year. And I think I just went in and saw more choices at the bottom to pick different ones because I wanted, for whatever reason, which was kind of dumb because it's not like we were all together putting this puzzle together, but I got everybody a different one.
Oh, okay.
I got everybody the same one. But in my mind, I was like,
yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I think that might be a lot of fun for us.
yeah,
so.
and it was nice quality. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't high quality, but it was definitely better than I thought it was going to be.
That's kind of fun too, that the puzzle is in like little sections, so it's not like you have to sit there and figure out, okay, where does this go? Like at least you got an idea of roughly where it goes.
There were some I remember last year that we were like, what the heck? I don't know where this, I mean, it's still a little challenging, but it was like 15 minutes or something, if that at most.
Yeah.
Some of them. It was fun when they were the edges because you knew at least the edges were.
Yeah.
But it was, it was a teeny bit challenging, but nothing. Like my mom loves puzzles, but she gets very frustrated with them, and this was doable for her.
Well, 15 minutes a day around Christmas is about all you can really spare sometimes because, you're running out to holiday parties and doing your shopping and all that sort of stuff there. So I think the fact that it's only 15 minutes or so is probably a good thing.
The one I got was 1,000 pieces. I said 500. Boy, I have a bad memory.
Okay.
But yeah, if you go down below, there's there's all kinds.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some
I'm really going to look into that
because there's some really cute ones. So
that sounds fun. Yeah, Tasha says for $10, it's basically free and just
these days it seems like it. Free entertainment. And your kids are old enough, Tasha. They probably would love it too.
Yeah. Well, they're only having to put 40 pieces together each day. I mean, even the little ones like hers should be able to at least help.
Yeah.
They might not be able to do it themselves. But, yeah. So, yeah, if you're looking for a cheap Advent box, that might be a good option for you. It might not be quilting related, but it's still going to be fun. It's kind of like, well, quilting is basically like puzzles just with fabric. So, yeah, it's a cardboard quilt. If you want a cardboard quilt, yeah, there you go. If you want a cardboard quilt, Advent box, Kris has got you covered. So there you go.
They were fun. Yeah, I like.
Amazing what we come up with. Crazy names.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like I have successfully put together my diamond.
Ooh, let's see.
Well, hang on. This one's complete. If one, I still got to put one. I still got to press it. And the points aren't perfect, but it's only a small part of the quilt, so I'm not going to fix it.
Oh, I think it's adorable. Nobody's going to see it.
Exactly. That's what
Once it's quilted.
once it's quilted and everything else, and I probably won't put this in a show anyway, so does it really matter? No. I think I'll be fine and dandy.
It was meant to have them cut off. That's what the pattern
Yeah.
said.
It's all right. I mean, finish is better than perfect, and that's how I feel about this one. So
I was like, why am I not getting an update here? Okay.
so it's a printing error. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
apparently quite a few people have said they like puzzles and they're looking into this. So yeah, you may have actually sold a lot of people's part of the Christmas shopping list already. So thank you, Kris, for that. We appreciate you.
It is fun. And if you get together at Thanksgiving, it's a great place, a great time to, yeah, I wrapped them up and gave them. And
yeah, no, I think that sounds really good. I'm going to talk to Amanda about that and see what she thinks about it and do it as an option. So there you go. Nicole says, well, good morning, Nicole. I think I said hi to you earlier. She says, I love the wall hanging behind you. Great colors.
would you have me or
The
you?
little,
oh, me?
The little, yeah.
This one, the blue.
Yes.
I have a tutorial
I see
on
it
this.
I see. I'm assuming that's it.
It's an old tutorial, but it's out there. I can. Oh, I'm a moderator now. I can put that in the chat. Hold on.
Yes, we can.
We'll get it. Yeah. So that's it. I just did it in different colors than in the video, but like I said, it's an old video. So don't judge me for sound and lighting because it probably is.
And we all grow and evolve over time with that.
What did I call that one?
Ever says she can't have puzzles. The pieces wind up down the vents with minions scattering them everywhere. Yeah, that'd be a little challenging to.
Oh no.
Do with that.
All right, let's see how I can do this. So I will share it. Copy. Can I go in?
Let's try this again. All right, so Deb said she's put hers on a wish list.
So in the video, I call it a table topper because I make them. I make that pattern all the time. So, but you can absolutely hang it. There you go. That's that pattern. And the owls, I still don't. That owl quilt back there, I still don't have a pattern for it. That's an AccuQuilt die. I get asked about that one all the time. I still don't have a video on it just because it's AccuQuilt and not everybody can afford an AccuQuilt system. So I always try to stay away from that. I try to make my videos accessible. This one's done with scraps though, so this is fairly accessible. And I probably will do an owl video at some point just because people really want to see it, but it's just the owl AccuQuilt die. And then I'll probably talk about the amount of fabric I use for it and stuff, but yeah.
All right, so we did a poll earlier. Which do you prefer, lives, regular videos, and shorts? We had 52 votes, so thank you for everyone voting on this. So lives was the overwhelming winner at 74%. Regular videos is 26%, and apparently there's no love for shorts. So, but that's okay. We're asking which one was your favorite. We're not saying that nobody likes shorts, just that you all prefer regular videos and lives. So yeah, I mean, if you ask that same question over on TikTok, I'm sure you would get a completely different answer because that's a whole different format over there. So I was just curious to see what the split would be, and there we go. So yeah, that's my little diamond that I did. We'll now try and get at least part of the spade. No, club. I'm doing a club next. Spades after which one is the knave in Britain?
I think with shorts, what people don't realize too is that YouTube a lot of times will create, like they want us to do the shorts too. So it's like sometimes you just kind of do what you're kind of requested to do, you know. If they're promoting it, that helps our channels too. So we try to do what's being promoted by the actual company because they're basically our boss too. So
yep. Oh, that's an idea. Yes. Annette says try one of those puzzle roll-ups that you can stash away from little hands.
Good
or
idea.
if you need the table for something else. So yeah, I'll have to think about that. 'Cause, yeah, I think it'd be fun to do one of those. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And you can do it
that'd be
year after
good.
year. But like I said,
Yeah.
I was looking at some other ones. I'm like, oh, we should do another one. But I do have one from last year because you wouldn't
Oh, yeah,
remember. I mean, well, you
that's
might.
true. I've got different kids each year, so they wouldn't know the difference.
You know what I could do is I could swap. We could swap with all my relative. I'm gonna bring that up. It could be like, okay, we're gonna swap puzzles. Gonna rotate them.
Yeah, there you go.
So I'll do whatever they did. I could do something
Yeah,
like that.
that sounds good. Yeah, recycle, reuse, repurpose, all
Yeah.
that good stuff. So there you go. Good morning. Sweet Granny is here. She says, good morning, Sean and Chris. Sean, what does your shirt say? This one here is actually a White Sox shirt. The Chicago White Sox is my favorite baseball team. Don't judge me. Because they are absolutely horrendous right now, although they did better than last year. It says, I've got to remember now, it says grinder rule 45, right like it's the bottom of the ninth. This was actually a fundraiser shirt for one of the pitchers that used to pitch for him, Bobby Jenks. He was number 45, and he was fighting stomach cancer. Unfortunately, he lost that battle earlier this year, and this was kind of like a fundraiser for him and his family that the White Sox organization did. So he was one of their closers, so he used to come into the game in the ninth inning. So that's why it's like fight like it's the bottom of the ninth, because if you're in the bottom of the ninth inning, that means that you guys are tied. And so you got to make sure you don't lose. So there you go. Okay. Different one. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see. Melanie says family loves puzzles. I know we were asked about what you preferred earlier, and I saw a bunch of answers and I didn't read any of them. So let me go back. Well, I read them, but I didn't say them on the live here. I want to go back up there and just go with that. Let's see where we go. I was talking about spooky spots. Jacqueline Stitches says, I plan on doing a video for her unboxing. Jacqueline also says she loves cotton cuts. She's just started her first mystery. Tasha said she's looking forward. I know she was saying something about the latest, the Flyway. That one's the reveal for that's coming out in about 3 weeks, and you guys will all love that. I've seen the final design already as I'm an ambassador. It looks fantastic. I might have already put mine together. Well, I have to because I've got to show it off during the reveal. But yeah, just be in store for that one. That one's going to be a lot of fun there as well. Andrea says she's getting into the Japanese and Korean quilting methods. Let's see. I think we've talked about all that. I know I'm trying to catch what I can. So there we go. Fabric puzzles are more fun anyway. Seattle Mariners are 1 win away from the World Series. I would love to see the Seattle Mariners go to the World Series. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I saw the Dodgers went through last night as expected. So it'll be very interesting to see how that goes. Will LA repeat, or will Toronto or Seattle be able to knock them off their perch? Only time will tell on that one now. So I don't know. Be kind of nice to see someone new win, but LA is really good right now. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But no, yeah, I'd be very happy to see Seattle move on, because they're the only team that have not ever gone to a World Series. So there you go. All right. Tasha says the puzzle roll-up things aren't very good. Okay. Well, I don't know.
Oh, really?
We'll work something out. Well, I don't know. Maybe they work, maybe they don't. Maybe certain ones are good and some ones aren't. I don't know. If anyone else has got any experience with the puzzle roll-up things, let us know in the chat. I'd love to hear.
Yeah. Trying to sort through here. Let's see if we missed anything.
Some stuff. Yeah, Alex says if you're enjoying it, please hit the like button. Yes, please do. That is always important. It helps us out immensely, because the more engagement we have on our videos, the more it gets promoted. So, chatting in the live helps. Hitting the like button helps. leaving a comment helps. All that stuff helps. You can only subscribe to the channel once, and we appreciate you for that. But you can like or comment on each video, and that helps us out immensely too.
Or rewatch. That's always good. And views. That's
exactly. Yeah,
views always help.
rewatching is good.
You know, not that everybody has time for that, but that's what tells the people think it's the subscriber count, but it's really the views and the engagement that YouTube looks at.
The subscriber count helps a lot when you're starting off, because you want to get to that 1,000 mark and 4,000 watch hours, so you can get onto the YouTube partner program and get, a couple of coins thrown your way each time. But after that, it's
vanity.
Not as important. It's a vanity graphic, basically.
YouTube.
Really I'd still like to get to the 100,000 one day.
Oh, me too. I want the plaque.
I'd love to get the plaque. That's kind of like my long term. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it won't go. You're a little further ahead on that goal than I am, so you'll get to show me yours before I get to show you mine.
Hopefully, maybe. My luck. This is what happens to me. It's like then by the time I get I'll be at 99,000 subscribers, and then they'll say, we're not doing the plaque anymore.
Oh, now it's 200,000.
Yeah, I worry
about that too. So.
Well, that happened with the monetization. So it was like a year, because back in my day, it was to get monetized, you needed, I think it was 10,000 views. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there, and 1,000 subscribers. But it was higher. And I remember just getting it and thinking, I did it. And then they lowered the threshold. I'm like, dang it. So that is exciting when you start to kind of get paid.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
See that, all the work, it makes it, at least you're not feeling like you're working for nothing. So.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, again, it's not like you're getting paid. Like I can't quit my job anytime soon. Don't get me wrong, but it's nice getting a little bit of, revenue here and there, because it helps pay for fabric or whatever.
Nice.
So
and I'm making a decent amount now, but that's just this past year that I kind of came up to where I don't know if I could live on it, but it definitely helps with the household, and it's not what I was making teaching, so that just gives you a perspective. So because teachers don't get paid a lot either. So
for sure. Yeah, my wife's a teacher, so I definitely can relate to that. So
or at least it's something that I feel like I'm making an income. So it is good.
And Nicole said her Cardinals didn't do well this year, but they brought in Yardy for an assistant coach. Super happy about Yadalina Molina. Oh, that's fun that he's coming back to St. Louis. Susan says, where is it? My daughter used one. Her cats had a blast at night unrolling and messing up the puzzle. Heather says here, I think I would rather have one of those tables that the top can be removed and you can build the puzzle down a little hidden area. I have seen them, but they're expensive. That's true. That's an idea. Like the ones where you pull the top off and it kind of sits down where it's recessed a little bit.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Right. Live chat. Okay.
And then Mama Fo says the puzzles are addictive, so I don't want to start one. But now I have 3 kittens, so I need a safe room / spot. There actually is I can't remember the name of it, but if you like puzzles and it's an addictive thing, you can actually do. There's a service out there, and I forget what they're called, but it's almost like the old school Netflix where you rented the. Like you rented a puzzle and you put it together. Like they mail you a puzzle, like you pick which puzzle you want to do, and they send it to you. You put it together, and then when you're done with it, you box it back up, you throw it back in the mailbox, and then they send you the next one. Kind of like the old school mail-in Netflix used to be, but for puzzles. So instead of spending like $15 or $20 a month, on each puzzle, you can spend, I think it's like $10 or $15 a month for this subscription, but you might do, 2 or 3 puzzles in that month.
All right, I'm Googling it. Puzzle subscription service. Let's see.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. So there you go.
Completing the puzzle. But that's not the one I saw. What was the one I saw? It had a great name.
I can't remember. I remember seeing something about it.
It was like puzzling or
there's
a Jiggy Puzzle Club. Yeah.
Well, there's probably multiple ones out there now. They probably saw one person be successful at it and figured, oh, I'll do this too.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, if anybody sees it, or has anybody done that?
I haven't, but it sounds interesting. I barely have enough time for quilting, let alone puzzling. So
Yeah, really. No. Yeah, I'm right there with you. So there's something for everyone, right?
oh, for sure. Nicole says she couldn't do puzzles when she had cats. I had one that would run and slide across my table and pieces through everywhere. I could just imagine that. Yeah.
We haven't had a cat in years, but when we did, and when I would quilt, I would have pieces missing all the time too, that I'd find in the living room and stuff.
Yes, 3 months later.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's like, where did I do?
All right. Well, it's almost 9:30. The time has absolutely flown. That means you're having fun, right?
I guess so. Yeah, it was great being on here. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem at all. So yeah, we'll do our stuff and goodbye, because it always takes us like 10 or 15 minutes to say goodbye to everybody, which is a good problem to have. So you said you have a new video coming out tomorrow. Is that correct?
I do. Yep. I just recorded it yesterday, so I'm under the gun. I got to get it edited, finished up, and uploaded. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon sometime. I'm thinking that we'll go live if I don't have any tech issues. But yeah, so it's just my habit update. I pick 5 quilting habits every month or every year, and then I see how I progress the whole year. So you can go back and watch previous months. It's also a good video to, get you caught up on what I've been working on, all that stuff. So I talk a lot about that, or upcoming things too. But I have the 5 habits. I did that in 2024 more, and it was a little bit of a selfish reason. It was to motivate myself and have the accountability of making a video and talking about these things that my goals. And then people really loved it. They felt motivated by it, which was my goal too, my secondary goal.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then for 2025, since it seemed to help a lot of people, I decided to do it again in 2025. I'll do it again in 2026, and it just keeps people on track. So I have a freebie downloadable sheet and chart that you can pick your own goals. Do what I do. I rate myself from 1 to 5 on how well I did that month, and talk about what I can do. Again, the former teacher in me, I would, on essays, because I was a high school English teacher for a long time, I would always, at the end of essays, I talk about what it grows and glows. So glows being what they did really, really well, and where they could grow to become better at writing the essay. So I do the same format on my blog for this. I talk about what I could do better and what I did well. So it's just to motivate people to, because, quilting's a wonderful hobby, but you can get bogged down in a lot of things. So.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And I mean, I think sometimes a little bit of self-accountability like that makes the world of difference. So
and just
I think that's
awareness. I do more on an awareness level, it's not to make you feel bad that you did, because there's sometimes like this tomorrow, I talk about a 0 out of 5 that I got on something, and it's not about making myself feel bad. It's about being aware of these were my goals. I had a reason that these were my goals, and where can I work on that to make sure I achieve it? So
it's always
it worked really well last year for me. The first year, because I was like, I got all this stuff done that I wanted to do, and I felt really good going into December. And then because it resonated with people, I did it again this year, and I'll do it again next year with new goals.
I'm have to join in on that little thing as well. So Annette here says I want to pull this up real quick, that says that you motivated her with those goals to learn one-handed quilting. So there you go. Sometimes it's interesting to see, and it's always good to hear from people, like, we put these videos out and everything else, and sometimes we're like, did this make a difference or not? So it's always good to hear back from folks. So thank you for that, Annette. It's really good to hear that sort of thing. Yeah, because it makes a big difference.
That makes me so, because you really do. You're on this side of the camera and you're thinking, is anybody really going to watch this? Or anybody going to really, is this going to help other people? And I'm so glad to hear that. That makes me so happy. And again, it started kind of as a selfish thing a little bit, that I wanted that accountability. And of course I wanted to help people too, but in the beginning it was like, what can I put out there that's going to help me stay accountable, and will people really care about it, or, you know, watch it or whatever. And people really seem to find motivation by doing it, having that community. So I'm so excited.
Definitely.
That's so exciting. Yay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And it always makes my day when I hear comments like that too. Because yeah, you just like, as a creator, you just don't know. You know, you see the views, which is one thing, but you know, and you can kind of see how long people have watched for. You know, if people have sat there and watched the whole thing, then usually it means that they've enjoyed it, or they've wandered off to go get a cup of coffee. And yeah, thank you for your view. It still counts. It's always nice to get that feedback.
But it's putting something good into the community
it is, yeah, for sure. So definitely. See, Patty Marquez is here. She says, good morning from Eastern Nevada. Good to see you there as well. Yeah, I just wanted to, I put a link in here for Miss Tori. She is part of the Quilting on the Side podcast that she works with.
Hello, Tori. Gosh,
yeah, and she just launched her own YouTube channel the other day.
I'll have to check it out.
So yeah, please go check it out. I just put her link in, and Tori, I'll put your link into the Nightbot in just a few moments as well, so that way when you come back next week, you can do !Tori, and we'll have your link in there. If I forget, please let me know, because I do get distracted a lot. So, but yeah, go check out Tori's thing. I'll put her link in one more time. As well, so that way you can go check out her. She's done a couple of shorts. I think she's starting off with that, and then we'll have her hopefully on the live. We've just started talking about doing that. Maybe we'll have her on as a guest in the near future as well, because yeah, she's a lot of fun. I loved hanging out with her for a little bit a year or two ago. No, it was last year when I was on there Quilting on the Side podcast. So that'll be fun. Go check her out. Give us some love. Tell her I sent you. Tell her I said hi. And that sort of thing there as well. Donnell should be live at 10 today, I think. Russ is out in the middle of the ocean somewhere, so I don't think he's live unless he's planning on doing a live on board whatever cruise ship he's on. So I don't think you'll see him today, but go check out one of his old videos if you'd like. And then Mom and Pop should be on at 1, Katie on at 4 or 4:30, and all my other friends. So go check them all out. Go tell them, you know, hi, and that sort of thing there. Tell them I said hi too. And then we go there.
Annette the Fabulous. Okay,
yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I haven't been catching. I'm so behind with watching other quilting creators' videos. That's one thing I've really been terrible at this year. So I got to get better at that. And even just having them on and supporting the other. I used to be really good at it. And then you get busy recording your own stuff and doing your own thing that you kind of get out of the loop. So I feel like I'm on the outside of the community a little bit with that.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I support everybody where I can, but yeah, I don't get around to everybody, and so yeah, it's just one of those things. We do our best, and that's all we can do. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. It's lovely seeing each and every one of you. We had over 90 people here today at once, which is fantastic. You know, when I started this, I didn't expect. You know, I figured maybe 20, 25 people would get up on a Saturday morning and hang out with me, because it's early, especially for anyone not on the East Coast. So, thank you all for hanging out. If you're watching a replay, say hi in the chat, in the comments. If you like the video, hit that that like button on the way out. That'll be immensely helpful. Thank you all. I hope you all have a great day. Happy sewing. Go check out the other content creators who are doing lives today, since you're all seeing the lives. And we'll see you all next time.
See you later. Thank you.
Happy sewing.
Thank you.